So I have been doing my makeup for years. I've watched every tutorial, every trend, bought every product, and genuinely thought I was doing an okay job. But it turns out that the colors and placement that looked amazing on so many other people on the internet were doing absolutely nothing for my face. So I finally did the only reasonable thing that a grown adult in her 30s would do. I asked ChatGPT to fix my makeup routine. I uploaded photos of how I was doing my makeup and then photos of me without any makeup on, and basically said, "Hi, please fix my makeup routine and be absolutely brutal." And honestly, it was kind of life-changing. ChatGPT didn't absolutely roast me, but it did give some really constructive feedback. It politely let me know that my effort was admirable, but was completely misplaced. But I've never had someone or something explain my face to me so clearly. So I wanted to share this because you can use these exact same prompts to fix your own makeup routine if that's something you're wanting. These are the actual questions that I asked, and I will put them in the description bar below this video so that you can copy and paste them if you would like ChatGPT to analyze your own specific features. And if I'm looking down, it's because I have my questions written on a Word document right next to me. So the first one is, what is my face shape? So this helps determine where your bronzer and contour should be placed, and also where your blush should go so that your face looks lifted and not dragged down. So just as an example, it told me that my face shape is a soft oval. So for me, bronzer looks better when I place it higher to kind of visually lift my mid-face instead of adding length. This also means that the techniques for round faces or heart-shaped faces will not work for me because I need lifting placement, not sculpting placement. And if you're doing this, you can ask AI to mock up an image of the perfect placement for your face. So that way you know exactly what to put where. Question number 2 was, what's my eye shape? So different eyes need different shadow and liner placement. This same tutorial is not going to work for hooded eyes, round eyes, almond-shaped eyes, whatever the case may be. It told me my eyes were almond shaped and slightly hooded, so I needed to place my crease color higher than I was previously. Question number 3 is, what's my undertone? This one is probably the most important if you don't already know your undertone. Using the wrong undertone in your foundation or your bronzer or your blush is instantly going to make your makeup look off. I'm cool neutral, and when I found that out, it finally explained why warm eyeshadows have made me look slightly sick for years. Next is, what's my contrast level? So you can be low contrast, medium contrast, or high contrast, and that helps determine how much intensity your face can handle and helps with how bold or soft your makeup should be so that it doesn't overpower you or wash you out. I'm medium contrast, so that helped me explain why bold, smoky looks from the 2010s did not look good on me in my sorority days. And there are a ton of makeup videos out there for high contrast looks, medium contrast looks, or low contrast looks that you can then look into once you know where your face sits. The next question I asked it is, why do makeup tutorials never look right on me given my face? And this will help uncover whether the issue is technique or placement or color selection or all of the above. Next, I asked what eyeshadow shape suits my face best, because eyeshadow can either open your eyes or shrink them depending on where the depth is placed. So I was bringing my crease shade too far inward. I needed to keep it more on the outer part of my eye, and I learned I can't handle a lot of darker shadows underneath my eyes. So I need to keep my lower lash line lighter or bare. Next is probably the second most important question after undertone, and it kind of goes along with it, and that's, what colors actually flatter my skin and my undertone best? Using the right shades instantly makes your skin look brighter and more harmonious. So again, I cannot pull off the warmer shades, so any oranges, any warm browns, warm reds, or even like yellowy based products, they just look terrible on me. So for me, it's like rosy mauves, taupes, and like dusty blues and dusty grays that look best. Next, I asked it, based on the photos I gave you, what am I doing wrong? And this pinpoints the habits or placements that are making your makeup fight against your features instead of enhancing them. So what ChatGPT said I was doing wrong, I asked it to summarize everything that I was doing incorrectly. So I'm gonna read you through. It's very humbling. It said my bronzer was dragging my whole face down. My blush was way too warm and was placed incorrectly. I was putting it more on the apples of my cheeks when I need it to be back here and higher up. My eyeshadow shape did not match my eye shape, and I needed to apply the shadow way above my crease to mimic a higher crease. Some of my color choices were fighting my undertones. I really wanted bronze to work for me, and it just doesn't really work for me. And I was adding depth in all the wrong places. So basically everything but my mascara was like fighting for its life. And they had recommendations for mascara too, so even that wasn't perfect. Okay, next I'm going to read the fixes it gave me. It went into super intense detail, which I appreciated, but this is just kind of an overview, just so you can get a sense of what ChatGPT can tell you. So they said to move my bronzer placement higher, switch to a very cool toned blush, use taupe eyeshadow instead of warm brown, swap black eyeliner for a brown or a charcoal, put shimmer only where it lifts the eye, so for me that's only right in the center of my lid, and always tight line. It said that like 3 times, so I was like, okay, I guess I better start doing that more regularly. It also said no more heavy matte foundation or powder, which makes sense now that I'm getting older. And pick lip shades that darken my lips a little bit because my lips are naturally very light and they just kind of blend into my face if I don't wear any product. And then overall use less product with better placement. Once I started doing that, I feel like my makeup actually looks like it belongs on my face instead of just like sitting on top of it, if that makes sense. And then finally, I asked it to recommend specific products and shades that I should go out and get to make my makeup look better. You can narrow it down by makeup available at certain stores within a certain price range, and you can have it send you direct links to the best prices out there right now for that specific product. You can also ask it to find more affordable alternatives if it recommends something that's out of your price range. So like personally, I have a hard time spending a lot of money on mascaras because there are so many drugstore mascaras that I've loved. So when it recommended a really expensive mascara for me, I said, please find an alternative under $15 that performs similarly and has reviews over 4.7 stars. I don't know why I always use 4.7 as my threshold whenever I'm looking anything up, but that's what I picked. It will find you alternatives. And this whole process was basically what I wish someone would have told 16-year-old me and taught me way back then. Things that I didn't even pay attention to at the time, like face shape and eye shape and undertones and contrast level. I was blindly following tutorials of makeup looks that I thought looked so good on whoever was doing them, and for years could not figure out why the looks never looked good on me. If you would like to see a full video where I do my old routine versus my new ChatGPT routine, let me know and I can do that. I don't know if that would be helpful, but I'm happy to do it if it would be. Again, all of the questions that I asked ChatGPT are in the description of this video, so you can just copy and paste them. So I hope this video helped you in the way that it helped me. This is something I wish we would have had back when I was in high school, going to class with a full smoky eye. Probably like blue glitter shadow too. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you in my next video.